As 2025 comes to an end, what a great time to reflect on my first full year of building my art business. Let's take a look. 2025 started off with a bang with my very first featured exhibition. Basically, I got to put my pieces up in a restaurant, a local restaurant called Like My Thai, from January 2nd all the way to February 14th. I didn't get any sales out of this exhibition, but it's not always about the sales. It's about getting your pieces seen by as many people as you can. And this was a great way to start the year off. Next, in February 1st and 2nd, we went to Port Farms Winterfest. It was a very, very small event during a very, very cold and snowy storm, so the crowds were small and business was too, but that's okay. I got to meet some amazing people. It was a beautiful, I love Port Farms. It is such a beautiful venue, and I really did enjoy myself. Next, as we went into March, we had the Perry Highway Spring Craft Fair, which was my first time going to it. It was okay. Got to meet some more wonderful vendors and make some new friends. And I sold a couple of pieces of art too. Next we went to St. James Place. This was the second time I was there. The very first show I ever did was at St. James in fall of 2024. So this was my first time back. They say spring shows aren't always as good as the fall shows, and that proved to be true, at least for 2025. Sales were low. I also started my very first sip and pours at Presley and Pear at the shop located at 357 West 19th Street in Erie, PA. This location is adorable. It is a quaint, well done, upgraded, old industrial building that they have turned into these adorable little spaces. And oh my goodness, and I get to hold my sip and pours here in Presley and Pear, which is a arts and crafts sensory workshop place. And this is my first group. They were all amazing. Look at these pieces they did. It was such a fun night. Look at those smiles. It was, everything I hoped for. And I was so excited to be finally doing these sip and pours. Also, I got my very first pieces in a gallery, an actual gallery downtown in Erie, Pennsylvania, for a show, a group show with many incredible artists. It was kind of a small show, as you can see, but wow, what talent was included in this event. And it was truly an honor to be a part of it. I actually got to go to my very first opening reception and everything. I was so excited. I couldn't wait to do it again. Sip and pours are in full effect. This is my second one. It was a little bit smaller of a group. It was mostly kids, young kids in their teens, and they seemed to really enjoy it. I have to say, I would not be able to do these events and get all of this ready without my daughters and Keith. They really helped me out so much. We did a straight pour, and they really had some fun. Look, made some incredible pieces. This is us. I'm showing them how to use the flow extender paint so you don't lose your composition of your piece. And wow, they were beautiful pieces. Look at that. They even got cells. Next, I got to put my pieces up at Tipsy Bean Coffee Shop. She offered up local artists 1 month where we got to hang our pieces on her wall. I actually sold 3 pieces through this, and it was really fun, and I enjoyed it. Next was my third sip and pour in May. We did something a little exciting because this was my smallest group so far. And so I brought my hair dryers and we made blowouts, which was so much fun. Next time I will probably make my paint just a little bit thinner for them, make it a little easier on them. But look at those smiles again, warmed my heart. Can't wait for more in 2026. That's everything right there. And then my very first private event with my largest group of about 10 people. And it was so much fun. We also did a straight pour, and we had some really amazing pieces created that day. Every one of them should be very proud because I loved their work. Next was my next gallery exhibition that I got into, also at City Gallery. I put 2 pieces in for this one, and I also won my very first honorable mention, which got me a $25 check, which I was truly honored to receive. Not bad for my first year of getting out there and showing my art. And again, it was among some absolutely incredible work by amazingly talented artists. Next, we went out to Meadville at the food truck and craft fair held at the Crawford County Fairgrounds. This was a kind of a slow event. It rained all day, but one of my bigger pieces sold to one of the vendors, and that was awesome. Next, we had Findlay Lake, the Lake Fest in Findlay, New York. And this one was so much fun. It was small, didn't have very big crowds. This was their very first time doing this particular event. I thought it was another event that I was getting into. So, but hopefully this one will grow more every year. So I will probably go back and give it another try and also get into the one that I really wanted to get into this year, but I didn't. Next, we move on to a Stir of Artists in Bemis Point, New York. This was in July, and this was again another beautiful location along the shore of Lake Chautauqua in a little park nearby. We got to meet some more vendors and connect with them. And wow, look at their stuff. So amazing. Absolutely gorgeous. And then my fourth sip and pour in July, we went back and did another marble pour. And wow, these pieces came out just as amazing. I was so impressed with everything that they did, and they had so much fun. Next, we had, I was really excited for this one because it was actually at the Erie Art Museum. It was a Love Your Style. It was more a fashion show. So people came wanting to buy clothes. So, sales were okay. Then we went to the Art and Park, Chautauqua Institution. Um, this was, again, another beautiful location. Wow, Chautauqua Institution is world renowned and full of artists and scientists, and it's just an amazing place. So beautiful. Really small streets though. It's very tight streets, and I don't know if I could live there, but visiting was awesome. I don't have any pictures for this event in Sagertown. It was my worst one of the year. Don't even want to talk about it. Then we had Celebrate Erie in downtown Erie, which was one of our best events. It was probably our biggest event with the biggest crowds, had the biggest amount of eyes on my art, which was cool. Met some more vendors, some new vendors, and yeah, it was a good time. However, the night before the last day, a terrible storm came through and destroyed quite a few people's tents. Luckily, that is not my pink tent there. This was my pink tent, and our neighbor's tent nearly landed on top of it. See, his tent is missing because it's right there, almost on top of mine. But we did not sustain any damage, luckily. And we just definitely felt very blessed that day. Again, one of our best shows. It was a 3-day event. It was very hot most of the days. So the next one was at Port Farms again for their Arts and Flowers event. I was hoping, because it was arts and flowers, that people would come wanting to buy art. They didn't. But Port Farms, it's a beautiful, beautiful venue. And although my art isn't flying off the shelves, I get nothing but amazing reviews. People love my art, but not everybody's into buying art or can afford the art or has somewhere to put the art. And that's okay. Now we're back to St. James. This is my 1-year anniversary of selling these vendor markets, and it was okay. Then we're back to the second time at Voodoo Brewing, the Fall into Autumn Craft show. This was my second time at this event, and last year it was my second event ever. We didn't do too good at this one. It's very, very crowded with vendors jammed in there together real tight. So I don't know. It just wasn't very good. And then I had another sip and pour in September. This was my last one of the year. And I would have to say, because I finally decided to break down and bring my cell activator and do something a little more crazy and have them do a marble pour and then a swipe with some cell activator, I think it turned out to be one of my best ones yet. Be sure to watch my Facebook page where I will announce any new ones coming. Definitely will be doing more starting in the spring of 2026. And then we had the Wine Fest in Northeast, which is where we moved to this year. So it was really neat to get out there in our new community and introduce myself to them, which is what I had most in mind for this event, was showing everybody in Northeast who I am and what I have in my art, and just, yeah, start to get to know them and have them get to know me. So that was fun. I also, for another first this year, won a $2,000 grant from the Erie Arts and Culture Council. Then I went to my first event at the Erie Convention Center, which these events are usually pretty big. It was okay. I'm learning more after this year that selling art at craft shows is difficult. I think next year I'm going to have to rethink what shows I go to and what stuff I bring to these shows. But the friends that I've made this year are worth it. This is us having mustache wars at the convention center. Continued on to the WQLN Holiday Craft Show, where my daughter works at. That's our local PBS station. And this is my second time here, and we did pretty good. The crowds were huge. For the record, I think I won the mustache wars. And then we had the Northeast Sugar Plum Saturday Market, December 6th. It really was fun, and they had a lot of activities, and we made a little bit of money that day. Got to reconnect with a couple of vendors, one from the Celebrate Erie and one from the Northeast Wine Fest. And here is our last show of the year. We had that this past weekend. It's at the 1020 Collective, a local gallery, another amazing venue. These old industrial repurposed buildings that they're turning into galleries and venue halls really get me dreaming about opening up one myself one day. This was an amazing show. I sold 4 pieces. So that was nice. Great way to end the year. And thank you all so much for watching another week of the Creative Art Collective, brought to you by the incredible Taslima Maya Art, who started us off. If you missed her, go back. Then me, Let's Pour with Patty, followed by the amazing KC of CWV Artistry, and Sheldon Briscoe of Shell Rock Art is still on a break. And I want to wish you all the merriest of Christmases and happy holidays, no matter what you celebrate. And matter of fact, go check out the 21st. I'm in a large collaboration brought to you by the Fluid Art Express Christmas Special. Hope to see you there. You know the drill. Keep creating.